Hello, here I am at the lovely Rockaway Park, down the road to where I live, and this is my November newsletter. I'm currently just set up just over there at the market, where I'll be going in a minute, but beforehand I thought I'd take a little time just to do my newsletter for you. It's been quite a quiet month of mainly just painting. I have been working entirely on the Daisy Fields Animal Sanctuary photographs, turning them into art, and as part of my Connections project. And I must say, I have never felt so inspired. It's been years since I felt like this, and the reason being, after my activist project, I didn't think I'd ever achieve that sort of thing again, doing a whole book full of portraits of activists. But I have a new enthusiasm after going to the International Animal Rights Conference, where I met Eveline, who runs the Daisy Field Sanctuary, who I'm working with in this collaboration. And we this month went away, me and my partner, for 4 days to Yorkshire, where we went to see an exhibition of we went to see an exhibition of David Hockney artwork at Salts Mill in Saltaire, and his work was so joyful and exuberant and colourful. Not animal rights work, but of the French countryside and of flowers and gardens, nature. It was so beautiful and so joyful and so colourful that I actually felt incredibly inspired, and came home with a renewed vigour for my painting, and started with a new attitude, doing backgrounds that were much more deconstructed into abstract shapes. Just a new attitude, which felt like, it honestly felt like starting again with a new style of painting. And I really have loved doing these paintings. Plus, I've also got glasses now, so I can see so clearly when I'm painting to the finest detail. So I've really enjoyed doing the very detailed and completely in focus foreground of the figures, the animals, and of Eveline herself. And then the background is much more abstract and loose, and I found it an absolute joy. So that's the big news of this month, is that project is going brilliantly. And now I think I'm going to move location for the next little bit. Another thing that happened was that I was contacted by a postgrad student from Athens University, who's doing her thesis about art and activism, and she follows my work and loves it, and she wants to interview me. So I've got a whole list of questions about my feelings about art and my story and in animal rights, and I am really thrilled to be doing that. It's so nice to be respected. My whole last 10-11 years of work is validated by this. And also, in a similar vein, just yesterday I was contacted by a lovely artist from Leicester called Verna Poppy, who I really admire. She's a mural artist and an animal rights advocate. I wish I had met her, but I haven't, not yet. But she came down to Rockaway Park right here last summer and bought one of my prints, not knowing it was by me. And it was called For Amanda, and she said that she asked me about the story behind it, and she contacted me yesterday to say that I have been a major part of her spiritual and artistic journey, and I am so touched by that. So again, total validation. Really makes me feel worthwhile doing all of that I do. Also, Christmas cards are now for sale again for Pear Tree Sanctuary, which is near Wells, and I'm reminded that 2 years ago I did their Christmas cards, so it's lovely to see my artwork being used for practical purposes to make money for real-world places like sanctuaries, which I think are the absolute havens. They're the best places on earth, and I couldn't be more pleased by this. And finally, this month, a student I've been mentoring, Lara Betts, who is 17, is doing her A-levels, and she has been studying my work, and I mentored her during her time in her first year of A-levels, and she has just completed a piece that I think is absolutely beautiful. It's been an absolute pleasure to guide her and to help her avoid all the pitfalls that I fell into because I had no guidance. I've learned so much over the years by doing so many things wrong, and it is such a pleasure to guide this very talented activist through her artistic journey, and also to share thoughts about animal rights as we go. And she is the person that inspired me to turn back to animal rights and do my recent picture, The Wonderful World of Dairy, with the Holstein babies and the bolt gun to their head. A very shocking piece of work, but it was her who inspired me. So it's a very lovely positive feedback loop. Anyway. Also, just to say that since March, my followers on Instagram have gone up by 500 people. I've given up any hopes of getting to the dizzy heights of thousands and thousands, but I am sincerely grateful for these 500 people, about 2 per day, that have decided to follow me to see my stories, my old artwork and my new artwork, and it really, really makes me feel good to know that my work is not done in vain and that it's getting out into the world. So if you have followed me, thank you, and if you haven't, why? So this is me at Rockaway Park on Sunday at the market. The sun is shining for once, the music is playing, and that's my newsletter for this month. Next month I'll be at the Veg Fest in London, and we'll see what that brings, but I'm signing off for now. Thank you for listening.